Up legends. All right, today's outlook. We'll kick it off with AU now. I'm actually quite open to an EU sell pretty shortly, so I'm just going to keep watching that closely. What we've got obviously is still reacting out of that weekly supply. We've got a big break to the downside here, which has been retested, formed internal liquidity, mitigated a form of a decisional area. Personally, had it as a smart money trap as it didn't take any liquidity, but very valid to have a sell off from where it is just not an area that I can actually trade from. Since then, broken to the downside, inducement high, mitigation of area, break, retested, induced retest, inducement of decisional, which is a medium inducement high above Asia, and also a medium inducement because of the fact that it's a decisional. So very strong inducement, and we're starting to get nice bearish order flow starting to form here, and making sense to come down deeper into the extremes. So yeah, I'm open to selling AU pretty much right where it is. Yeah, straightforward. Got the inducement at that decisional. We've got a build up of liquidity across here. So that's great. Mitigating a potential smart money trap. Just needed to form a 1 minute entry, which it may do. Set my alert there and see what it looks like if it breaks. If it breaks, just mitigating the 5 minute point. Maybe it's a 10 minute point. Yeah, just a 10 minute point. So that's cool. All gravy, no stress. We'll see what it does if it's going to shape up. Just keeping a really close eye on EU. Cool. GU's my least favorite of the three today. I'm not paying too much attention to it. I don't really like it. I've got this area that we're reacting from as a smart money trap, being retested 4 hour break. So I'm not looking at sell off the back of it. Had that build up a liquidity slow retracement, which makes sense for a smart money trap retracement. Induced a 15 minute low, no retest, internal, external before getting to a decisional point. So for me, this range is actually invalid, but I don't love the idea of buying through it. The only way I'm going to buy through it is if we pull down, get this second break, 50% of Asia. I'll then be open to targeting all of this liquidity. I actually think it's got potential to sell off the sweep of this as well. But if it were to sweep off of that, I'd be playing this smart money trap, looking for that short-term retracement to then buy. But that's really it. So just going to see what GU does, but yeah, not putting too much focus into GU for today. But EU is not looking too bad. Cool. EU, looking like we're potentially forming retest of the 4 hour break. However, this, did also act as internal retest, which I used as my catalyst for my sell the other day. But since we've had break to the downside, retest induced, mitigation of extreme, break, internal retest formed, mitigating decisional, break to the downside, Asia low swept, 50% of Asia high, 50% of Asia swept, which is also decisional of that first internal break. And yeah, that's pretty well it now. Yet to come into this 5 minute smart money trap, so that's what I'm going to be looking to have my entry come out of. I'm going to need to confirm that as a smart money trap before getting in. I'm happy to use that as a first break and then that as a second break. But yeah, I'm going to come obviously straight into that area. So I just need something to confirm it as a smart money trap first. Otherwise, I'd have to cover that whole high. And to cover that, I'd be, setting something like that. And it's just a huge, huge, huge stop. I don't want to have to cover that whole area. I want to see if I can get a little bit more refined. So yeah, that's pretty well it. EU, I do think makes sense. It's looking likely that it's going to come target this liquidity that's starting to build up down here. This doesn't scream buyer's retracement. It's looking very slow. And like it's running out of juice from the inducement of that 4 hour point. So yeah, that's all I'm really looking for. Just keeping it clean and simple for today. News wise, we've got a bit of red folder later on, 2 hours into London, so that's all cool. Got a bit of room to play around with there, so I just want to be in by the end of the first hour, and that's pretty well it. Obviously, we've got news later on. Oh, we've got NFP tonight. No, we don't. Never mind. Cool, sweet. Yeah, nothing too crazy around London, which is good. Nothing on obviously Forex Factory there. So we'll leave it at that. Just a short, quick one today as the market's pretty simple and I want to keep a close eye on EU. Any questions, make sure to let me know. But otherwise I'll speak to you all soon.